Are you sick of feeling like what you do and how much you accomplish in a day is worth more than who you are? Tired of going to bed every night exhausted by the day's hustle and anxiety about waking up to have to do it all again, just to keep up with and prove some level of value or worth? Me too. You want to know a secret? None of that matters. So what do we do to change the narrative? Hey everyone, how's it going? I'm Kira Wackett. Thanks for joining me for another video as we work to empower and equip you with the confidence and skills to write your own story so that you can live your life on purpose. Today, we're going to be talking about the necessary shift we all need to make in our worldview to let go of and stop perpetuating the focus on what we do and start exploring who we are as people. From the time we're born, we're indoctrinated with messages that suggest that what we do is more important than who we are. Social capital is founded on the values of a hustle culture. You carry your metaphorical resume, your skills, accomplishments, roles, etc., with you everywhere, mastering the art of the humble brag as a desperate attempt to climb the rungs of the ladder to the land of worthy and valuable. We boil our lives down to what we've done, how much we've accomplished, and are constantly overbooking and multitasking to keep up with the demands we've placed on ourselves. And when we inevitably drop the plate or find we can't do it all, we seem to skew the storyline to read as though we have failed. We are the problem. We internalize responsibility for everything, reading the experience through the lens of self as failure, and we quantify our worth as such. This is productivity or output-driven living. You see your entire role in life as needing to manage it all, do it all without fail. So where did this come from? We've been conditioned to exist in a state of fear and longing, afraid we'll never be worthy of connection and longing for the feeling that we are enough. This internalized experience is known as shame and relies on a social hierarchy and comparison-driven culture to thrive. We hate it, and yet we're wired for it. Shame is directly sourced from our core beliefs, or the beliefs that we hold about ourselves and our place in this world. These beliefs are founded on the idea that we're only good enough if fill in the blank. We alone are not worthy of love, connection, and belonging, and our job is to make up for that deficiency. It must be proven by how we look, what we do, and how much we've achieved, checking the boxes for the societally driven constructs of enough. The pressures are compounded the older we get and the more roles that we have. So for example, I'm a woman, mother, partner, friend, therapist, business owner, daughter, granddaughter, homemaker, tenant, the list goes on. The rules and guideposts for what I have to do and who I have to be under each role are overwhelming and often conflict with the others. This is the entry point for shame. It's the feeling that we get when we can't keep up with the rules set forth by our core beliefs. Example, maybe when our body doesn't look a certain way, we mess up or face rejection, or someone's upset with us. We're supposed to be able to do and be it all for everyone around us, no matter the cost. And when we can't, shame is right there waiting. Now, the more airtime that our shame gets to try and convince us of what we have to do or be to counteract that threat, the deeper that we fall into our performance. We can no longer answer the question, who am I? Because all that's left is the performance. Is that what I am? Am I happy? Or have I convinced myself of these things for so long, it feels like it must be true? So what do we do about this? Well, first, we need to shift the narrative away from what we do and anchor it back on who we are. Let go of the belief that we're living in a state of scarcity and trust that there's opportunity, love, and celebration to be had by and for all. We have to see our worth as it relates to who we are and not what we do or how much we accomplish. Your body size isn't more important than your character. Your accomplishments aren't defined by how much money you make or the number of views, reviews, and external validation points that you attain. Second, we need to get clear on our why. Rather than doing for doing's sake, get curious about why we should or are supposed to do or be X. Is it for you or your shame? What is ultimately of importance to you, and how can you live in that versus the fear brought on by your shame? To do this, you have to clarify your values. What does fulfillment look like? What does connection look like? What values do you hold most dear? And when they're not lost in a sea of conformity and productivity, how can they show up? To help you through this process, I've included a link below to access my Values Exploration Guide that helps you through a series of steps to define and deepen your understanding of your key values and what it looks like to embody and live within them, rather than to continue to leave space for shame to take over. Once you've done this, it's about taking the steps necessary to then put these values into practice. Learning to set boundaries, have hard conversations, and manage your distress are key factors in this. So I'll be sure to include some links in the show notes to resources that I've created on these different topics to help you go deeper and explore what that looks like. Now with that, I'm going to send you on your way, and let's get to it. If you do like what you're hearing, I want you to be sure to like and share this video with someone else who could benefit from this message. And if you're interested in staying in the know on all the content that I create, be sure to subscribe so that you can get an alert whenever there's new awesomeness released. And if you aren't already an AR Insider, be sure to click the link below to sign up. It's a jam-packed email with lots of great resources, reflections, and skills that I deliver to your inbox every 2 weeks. Plus, it's the best place to get access to exclusive content and specials that I don't share anywhere else. Thank you so much for being here with me today. I love breaking down how we're thinking and what our mindset is for how we engage in the world, so we can start to think about how to let go of those external sources for control and pulls by our shame to perform and really do the work to live our most authentic and meaningful life. Because remember, you have the right to author your own story. So let's go get that pen back.